Hello guys, welcome to yet another episode of the D&I Perspective. It is I, Ian Monohe, your host. And hapa tuko na my co-host, who we never seem to agree on anything. David salimia watu.
Was that Lily supposed to come along? Hey.
Unapenda kubishana na mimi sana.
Mkoaje? Mko fiti? Natumai mko salama. Here you back. Today's on a Tuesday.
Ya leo ni Tuesday.
It's on an afternoon. Naona time imesonga.
Jifunze ka pronunciation kidogo
Tuesday.
Wazungu wanasemanga Tuesday.
Utaambia tutoe nini bana na tumezaliwa huku ni nini? Cheni maneno mingi. Let me use the kind of pronunciation I feel is best for
Basi
me.
Tuesday.
How are you doing, good people? We're back here. Tupige podcast kama kawaida. Mazee tunaona support yenu iko too fit, mazee tuna appreciate sana.
Yeah.
Keep on sharing, mazee listening, peana feedback zenu. Mazee tuna appreciate sana. So we grow together mazee. Ama ni aje?
Yeah, we really appreciate it. Tunaona tuko na fan base we have people who are consistent viewers of our content. And other new viewers also. We really appreciate the effort you're putting into, watching our content. Yeah. So please like, subscribe, share link. Alafu kumbuka channel ni PichaClear Films. Okay?
Every time, every day. PichaClear Films. There are other content in the same channel. Mazee mnaweza pitia, kuna Burn in the Oven and another couple of contents coming. Mazee, kuna show ina come very soon. Tuambie venye inaitwa.
Tuwasho si ndio?
Tuambie, si ndio?
Tuambie.
There is a very great show coming along. Probably this week. So stay on toast morning. It's called The Mustard Craft.
The Mustard Craft. Mshasikia sasa.
So hii show itakuwa ikiangalia people who have been into the industry, a certain industry, maybe politics, people who have been in economics, maybe wamepiga muziki, ni legend kwa muziki, entertainment, maybe film, arts. Yani watu wote tutakuwa tukiwaletea marangets.
Yes.
And people who are coming along but they will command this industry maybe someday to come.
In terms, pick of any craft you can think of.
I think of one.
Tunatafuta watu wamemaster that craft and then we interview them, right? Wanawapatia the side of the story, how they came to be, how their story was. It's a very interesting show. Itakuwa ina premiere very soon, so please stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. Isikupite.
Hiyo hata sijui ikikupita utafanyaje. These are the people who are commanding the industry and maybe you may learn one or two things from them.
Yeah, true.
Tuangalie ni nini napitia huku.
Mitandao inasemaje leo?
Ni hata leo. Leo hata nikiangalia chenye kinapitia huku kwa mtandao nataka tu focus na issue moja. Before hata nitaongeza mbili, lakini acha tu focus na issue moja main.
Issue gani hiyo?
Mazee kumekuwa na drought mazee. I never thought these things would ever be serious. Hata nikiona Gachagua na kina nani wakiongelelea. So today nilikuwa napitia hapa along, then I realized nikapata na story. Some Turkana residents are forced to eat carcasses due to drought. Yani hao watu wana food. Mazee wana kula carcasses. And you know, though this issue is being addressed, was it yesterday? Yesterday, the deputy president, Rigathi Gachagua, alikuwa na meeting with the governors in 23 counties that are expected to be drought-stricken. And they walikuwa na discuss on how to
go about it.
To go about it. I think a rescue emergency team was formed kuangaliana na hiyo issue. Bado yesterday the president flagged off the real food. Nakumbuka ile chakula ilikuwa inapeanango kitambo. And then when we were growing, sisi tukigrow tulipata lile food. Ni watoto wa siku hizi hawezi jua hiyo.
Hawezi jua.
Ni kama vile sisi tumezeeka. Seriously. So lile food iliachiliwa. Lakini it's not a very nice,
but kuna kitu sijaielewa
situation as
Turkana was said to have iko na what an aquifer is. Chini ya grao. Hizo rocks ziko under the ground, in between two rocks. An aquifer ni an area yenye iko na a large water body. And kuliko kumesemekana sijui some years back, Turkana iko na water capacity capable of kufeed Nairobi city sijui for how many years. Why is it that haijakuwa utilized? Hiyo ni kitu sijaielewa.
We can't tell because That's something I personally have never heard it, nimeisikia na wewe, lakini nitapitia kwa mtandao. Pia umeisikia, tunaweza pitia alafu tuangalie itakuwaje. Pia si tukue na know-how of that situations. Something else, yani this drought thing as in watu wa Turkana and those areas mazee. I just hope help is on the way coming.
True. I don't like
Very
seeing human suffering.
Mazee, these are pictures we see and people speaking and mazee we feel emotional. Paul Gisheru, do you know that man?
Oh yes, I do. Si ni yule lawyer fulani alikuwa accused of
huyo ni lawyer
the witness.
Alikuwa na charges za witness interference ICC. He was found dead yesterday.
What?
Yep. He was found dead yesterday. Sina story ingine isipokufika hapo. There is no need of just giving information that I personally don't understand. So, he was found dead yesterday. Paul Gisheru. And then tukipita kwa ile side yetu ya wale watu wa Uganda. So 23 people have died due to Ebola.
In Uganda?
In Uganda.
This thing is frightening.
Hebu jiulize aje siku moja tu asubuhi umeamka ukasikia hakuna mafuta ya kupika. Because I really don't understand why KEBS has already clarified that there were only specific product and bunches of edible oils that were suspended, but not the entire brands.
That's true.
So kuna wenye walikuwa nasikia a certain mafuta unatumianga then ukasikia ni kama imekuwa banned. So it's certain products of edible oil but not the entire brand.
So hii story ya mafuta kufungiwa, unajua alikuwa amefungwa on the basis of that how say afuati the
hii Kenya sasa maneno inakuanga mingi bana. Ukose kukunywa mafuta unapigwa na gari hapa nje. Huwezi elewa. Umetupangia nini leo?
Mimi? Mimi hata
mimi kwanza sijafurahia. Hata before Iano aanze kwa. Sijui kama hiyo story yako sijui kwanza kama tuiweke pending tu. Nikwambie kwa nini sijafurahia.
Alright.
So I've been speaking with a friend of mine. So we were conversing and this it can hit in reality. That there are things called unpaid interns and attachments. Najua I think wewe unaelewa and so many people wanaelewa what I'm talking about.
Of course, tunaelewa.
Unpaid
tumepitia hiyo system. We've been through that
attachments. Nikarealize maybe some of us are very lucky, but the high number of people who go for attachment and interns hupitia maneno mingi sana.
Yeah, true.
So history nataka basis tunaweza iongelelea design ya what is this that students who go for attachment and those who go for interns go through.
Mimi kwanza nakuaga nimekasishwa sana na hiyo story. Mwenye alitoa hiyo sheria ya interns na atachiza hafai kulipwa. Yeye afuata. Dikwe whipped.
I'm not of the idea watu walipwe. Because people are not getting into salary when you are going for attachments but interns. But I feel there should be a welfare fund that is given to these people.
My point exactly. See ati ni salary but you have to be compensated. You're not unajua basically acha nikupatia perspective ya nini attachment Kenya. Slavery.
Exactly. That's the thing. Actually Iana may place best
slavery
because most of students who go for attachment and interns they are more of slaves in those companies.
Exactly. Juu hakuna venye utaniambia I'm working in your company. I'm not getting any pay. Niko expected kufika on time.
Yeah, to disperse the pay. Juu kiada attachment you are not expected to be paid. You are not on salary.
You are not at all.
But you're in a contract of attachment. Although I feel there should be a fund, an amount of money you are given for your welfare. Hakuna venye unaweza niambia ulienda kampuni attachment, you are there for 3 good months. Na hata hii attachment umetafuta ukakosa, unaenda kupeana kazi ya bure. And then you find one company where you as a student from a university A, you're expected to go there for 3 months or 2 months. The institution recommends 2 months, but the institution says 3 months.
3 months.
So you wake up every morning.
Yeah.
You go to work because it's work. You don't get late.
See,
tuongee tu ukweli, juu hakuna haja kuficha.
And then
some companies really don't care about those students.
it gets worse.
People are given work yourself you can never do. Hata wenyewe hawezi fanya hiyo kazi.
Unafika hapo jioni.
Unapewa kazi, yani it's more like uko in slavery.
Wanakuangalia ile perspective ya jioni atachi.
Lunch kila mtu anakuachia kazi yake. Sana wao wako na places wanaenda kunywa chai. Let me tell you, because I don't want to be judgmental, lakini I feel just get yourself into a situation for that student who don't have financial support when he or she ako attachment. Juu wako wengi, hata wewe unajua marafiki wetu wamekuwa kituambia, Devi bana niko atacho na nimeishiwa, niko na siku 3 sijakula, wazee nitumie so 2. Unaona? Huko wenye wako kazi saa 4 wanaenda chai. A certain cafeteria and you're supposed to pay. Lunch hour the same. This student don't really have a cent in his or her pocket.
Do you know it gets
lakini ile kazi amepewa huko imepita hadi wenye wanalipo mshahara wanafanya.
So acha nikuexplain venye huwa wanafanya.
Acha nimalizie. Yani yani hata sijui. Na jioni you expected to go home, so you've not taken tea at 10, you've not taken lunch. You know, jioni uko na fare kurudi kwako. Rent is waiting. Mind you, maybe the employer think that this student has financial support from the parent. Whereas in the other side, the parent hana hiyo uwezo wa kukupatia hiyo. Juu attachments mingi mazezi na cost so much. And you are not the only kid in that family. So inabidi una sacrifice so much. Your mom or dad is paying for the rent. So na wewe unajisubua. So you as a student unaona kwenyu ni kubaya. So unaanza kuambia mzazi ati napata kitu kidogo na huku lakini nita survive. Of which hiyo kusurvive yenyewe ni kuumia, unaumia, because most of the students don't say what they are going through wakiwa attachments. No time. Mimi hiyo kitu inaniuma sana because not so many of my friends are going through so much wakiwa attachment. They went and they are now going through.
Yeah, inakuanga hivyo, and do you know it gets worse?
It gets worse
because
and that's why most of us are killing ourselves.
No,
mtu anarudi kutoka attachment. I don't want to use thin, lakini this guy is thin, lakini akitoka kienda attachment alikuwa tu sawa. But you don't get it. You don't have financial support from their parents' side because it's not good. They are financially overstretched and you have to survive. Whereas ile side nyingine yenye uko attachment, hakuna babako na mamako. Workload iko hivi. You don't eat, you don't drink, you don't sleep well because uko na stress, and you don't have anyone to talk to. And you don't have any assistance from anyone. But you are working. Yani productivity activity yako kwa hiyo institution iko 100%. But there is no welfare fund that is given to that student. I think unpaid interns and unpaid attachments should get done and admonished in this country.
True. So let me give you
I wish kungekuwa na member of parliament who should come up with a motion that there should be no unpaid interns and attachments. Juu wanafunzi wengi wanaumia sana.
It is true.
It's true.
So utakuta, you know what they do? Wanajuanga hizi attachments, they are something that is required for you to graduate. So ni a must, you go
it's a must.
So what they do, hizi institutions zinajua lazima watapata attachees and you need them. Yes, they attachee, you need them.
And they use them to cost cut.
So kenye wanafanyanga wanakuja attachees wakikam, kila mtu kwa hiyo institution mwenye kwa hiyo department ametegeaka ka attachee kanakuja amwachie kazi yake yote. Ako zile
exactly.
Nifanyie hii kazi. Ukifikiria ni yeye peke yake, mwenzake pia nifanyie hii kazi. Na unasikia akidiscuss kwa ofisi. Ati kesho nakuja kazi, hapana. Nimeachia ule atachia kale. By the way, acha hata mimi nimwachie. Yes, the audacity. Alafu pia it gets worse. Kuna institutions, the audacity. Yani on top of not paying you, they are required that you pay them because you're using their facility to learn how to work. Na unaenda huko una deposit your workload. Sasa kuna institutions unalipanga wewe as the attachee.
Yeah, no, I know there are institutions you're supposed to pay for you to get.
In what world is that realistic?
And in tons. And something I really don't get, you know, it's not quantifiable in my mind, is how you should work for someone and there is no mutual benefit.
You're a slave. You're a slave. Basically.
You are a slave. And that's what's happening with our attachments. This is something I should talk to parents. Because for you parents, you think that we students, when we go for attachment, we are getting some cash at least. Wajua wazazi wanatuambianga aje. Si unafanya hadi kazi kidogo unasema upewe kitu kidogo. And for you, because you know at home things are not good, you say sawa sawa. So ni wewe kama ni mwanaume ama msichana unaenda kujingangania. You go to survive because you don't live, you survive. Students when they are in attachment, they don't live.
They survive.
They survive. Hata ni Mungu anawatoanga huko kwa hizo attachments.
Alafu unasikia mtu anakuja na audacity ya kusema ati it is customary, you must suffer before you get there.
Who said so?
Is it necessary?
Who said so?
Is it necessary?
This is what I say. And actually when we were speaking with a friend of mine, I was talking to him and I was, I'm lucky. Because not all institutions are like we are saying, because there are good institutions where you go and you find a family. They take care of your welfare. They might not give you money, but they always want to know how you're faring. You see? But there are institutions where nobody cares about that young student.
Especially
that one student. Especially government and some private institutions. Asubuhi uko na wakrode yako enye uliachiwa. You have a schedule to keep up with. And then there is a workmate in the same office, not one or two, but they already given you some work due to attachment. And you have to do it because it's institutionally required for you to be in attachment. And if you don't do as you say or as they say, hutapewa ile recommendation letter. And your attachment report will not be signed, meaning you will not graduate. So this leaves the student with no option but to conform with the rules of the institution, which are not documented but just implemented by workmates who are tend to be lazy.
Of course. And most of these people ni watu wamefanya kazi kwa institution for how many 40 years. Mtu wako amekaribia miaka ya retirement. Hataki kuachia ofisi younger people. So what they do, they sit around there, overwork the attachees, and then they want to anajua atalipwa. So basically
atalipwa lakini for you wewe una mshahara.
Ni ile saying kazi kwa vijana.
Mshahara kwa wazee. So the wazee is the workmates who have salaries in those companies, but there is no mshahara. Actually, we are not recommending there should be salary for students who go for attachment or interns once they graduate. But I think there should be a welfare fund to cater these students through the attachment.
Hata kama ni fair utalipiwa.
Hata kama ni fair utalipiwa ama uta make sure this young lady or young dude responsibly has an amount anaweza kula at least lunch and supper.
Exactly.
In that institution.
Lakini
such kind of amount does not exist in our company budgets. Meaning, unajua wazazi mnadhani watoto wenyu wako sawa, unaenda nyumbani anakuuliza, na kwani ni bangi unatumia juu umekuwa mgonjwa. Lakini they really don't understand. Wewe umekuwa attachment lakini ile shida umepitia attachment. And it's a book.
And everything
it's a movie. Unaweza patia Abeli movie mzima aandike pale na wa produce na isell.
Na kitu vijana wako nayo kwa akili, all of us what we have in our minds ni ile kitu watoli huka akisema, in whose hands are we safe?
In whose hands are we safe? Actually I should be cautious. This is a word I should talk to students maybe who are about to go to attachments. Let me tell you, sometimes bado sisi ni watoto wakili. That is in terms of the industry you are headed to, where you are an engineer or you are a journalism student or you are clinician, you want to go to attachment, but our minds are corrupted by big names. So you want to get an attachment position in a very big company and institution. The probable thing is utaenda huko, if you are a lady, wewe utakuwa ukipeleka kahawa, if you are a man utakuwa messenger. In those companies, there is no your mom or your dad, and there is no one. Even your supervisor doesn't take care about your welfare. Your welfare doesn't ring in his or her mind. That's the true thing about these big companies, whether institutions, government sponsored, private.
Because they know you need them. They take advantage of that.
They know you need them, but they don't need you. They already have people who are experienced to do your job, the kind of job you want to go and get trained in.
So unaona inakuwa gani kama a lose situation because institution inangoja,
and all of us you don't want to go for attachment in small made companies or institution because you think they don't have a big name. Let me take for example, but it's not good, let me not mention names. But when you're looking for attachment, if you have an option to go for a small company, the small group or the smaller the company, the more you're likely to socialize with people who can take care of your welfare. The larger the company, the more the workload, the lesser you get trained, the lesser you acquire skills. There is more workload, the lesser you get skilled, and there is none, maybe one, there is none to take care of your welfare. But these small companies, there is less workload. It's easier for you to acquire and learn skills. 100%. It's easier for you to learn skills. And there is always one or two people who take care of your welfare. Those are words for people going for attachment and interns. You go for big companies, you suffer. You go for small companies, there is a likelihood that you can base a foundation of your own when your life is very good and great.
And also, Pia, if I don't know why the government does not address this. It's not like they don't know, because it should be legal.
It should be legal. I don't know who came up with this unpaid interns and attachment. Wanafunzi wanaumia bana.
It should be legal.
I get hurt when a friend of mine calls akuwa atacho ananiambia Devi niko atacho baze. Nitumie 100.
Unajua time nilikuwa atacho nilikuwa napigwa na beshte yangu, niambie Yano uko na 500. Anataka 500, mimi mwenyewe nahitaji zao. So inageuka situation sana, mimi namuomba zao na yeye alikuwa ameniomba 500.
Yani,
that's sad.
You are waiting for the conversation to end, umwambie nitumie 300 before the conversation end anakuambia nitumie so maze.
Two beggars meet each other. Why?
And
because nobody's caring for this.
Because actually no one cares. But I don't want to be judgmental, but I want to think in this perspective here. Some of us are very lucky, maybe our dad, or we go to institutions where people take care of our welfare. But how about those brothers and sisters who go for institutions where the employer thinks that this student has got welfare from the dad or the institution he comes from? Maybe the school. The only thing I think we are covered when to cure attachment, it's our health insurance na jiju tunalipanga fee nayo.
Yeah, true.
That's the only thing that it's covered.
True. And the employer is very keen kuangalia.
The employer is very keen kuangalia
kulipa.
Huyo employer labda anafikiria you are getting financial support from your parent. But on the other hand, the same student does not have financial support from their parents. Not that the parent neglected his or her duty, but they are financially overstretched. Na juu umekuwa mtu mkubwa ukakaribia for the year umefika attachment, you expected to at least take care of some of the responsibility or overstretch the strings, utumie pesa kidogo, which hata hiyo kidogo utumie. What about that brother or sister? That's a big question. And people never think of. Unapata sasa marafiki wetu or ourselves tumeanza kuwa na magonjwa zingine, unashindwa kwani beshte yako kunaenda aje. And they are very keen to be judgmental. They are very keen. They judge you with all kind of manner of things. Ukikonda kidogo, kwani ni bangi unakunywa nini? Kidogo you are stressed and so maybe you faint and they are like, na huyu mtoto wetu kutoka aende attachment.
And here's the thing, unajua
this guy, he or she gets stress in drain, anakuwa drunkard, anaanza kutumia drugs. Unaanza kusema, huyo kijana but you don't know the root of what led to him being a drunkard or an abuser of drugs. Because he or she was so stressed during the attachment time, he is required to be productive in the institution. She's not receiving financial support. Na unajua pesa ni kila kitu. For me to eat, for me to drink, for me to sleep, ni pesa. Requires money. You know? And maybe you are the elder brother and you have a younger sister down there and she will call. Devi nisaidie na 200. She's in school. Now because you're working in a big company with a very big brand, na umemanage picha 2-3 ukapost pale IG and then your friends think too you have money. So there is no one to help you.
Very true.
This is a question people really need to ask. What is the welfare of our students when they are in attachment and interns? When there is no one to take care of them. They are literally paid nothing. The only thing they come up with is from these institutions. Hakuna venye unaweza teseka all through that 3 months. Lakini kuna mtu anauliza huwezi survive 3 months. 3 months na hizo stress zote niambie utalani nini? At the end of the day uta receive your report, will be signed, you'll go back to school, ugoje hostel, ile unainama lunch inapita, and then evening one of your friends will at least cook ili upitie ukule. Kesho ukikula kwa Devi, kesho ukule kwa Ian, kesho yake ukule kwa Jose, the other Frank, the other Stano. For a man, then at least that guy will live. Lakini kule attachment alikuwa peke yake. I think you people should learn how students live in campus, because the only community or society that I think is bound by love is the campus society, because that's the only place students live together. Kama gasi yangu imeisha leo, nitaenda kukula kwa Jose. Ya Jose ikiisha na kwangu imeisha, tutaenda kukula kwa Stano for a couple of weeks before mzazi, ama where tupate pesa and I refill my gas and Stano refills his. Unaona? Lakini uko attachment, there is no your mom, there is no your dad, there is no a Jose, there is no a Stano or an Ian mwenye utaenda kukula kwake. So what do you think kind of welfare iko na our student wenye wako attachment? Then if you get the answer, then you know why I'm saying unpaid interns and attachment should be abolished in Kenya. Na kuwe na MP mwenye anaweza andika hiyo nini iende ipite. Push for such kind of nini. Yeye amenyamaza juu imembeba. It seems labda mimi naweza kuongea lakini yeye ameshindwa kuongea.
No.
This is a moving story.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Ian is unable to speak.
Oh no, I actually have a lot of incidences in my mind.
Because there's so much going in within us and our friends. Tumalize hii story, man.
Alright.
Tumalize the story. If you're a student and you've experienced this during attachment, or maybe you graduate uko intern and you know how hell that place is, please comment and say something. Let's interact in this video tujue how bad is our attachment and interns. How bad is, because I don't think it's good either.
Yeah, tupatie your experiences hapo kwa comments. Tell us what you went through during your attachment. Yeah, pia you like the video, subscribe, share, and tell us if you think this, because I also agree, this unpaid internship thing should be abolished completely. It should be made illegal. So give us your views hapo kwa comments. Wala watu kurespond kwa DM zetu, please
kindly
comment hapo kwa channel.
Kuna yenye wanasema nastahili kunyoa. I'll see to that. You know, many of you are used to seeing me without hair, so but I think I'll think of it. I'll see whether I'll see a baba or nitalea dread.
Okay, with that guys, see you in the next
tomorrow.
episode.
Bye bye.